Yeah. I replaced mine when I moved in. Every week, or every month. He does, he wants one.
Everybody, welcome. So I'm going to have everyone stand and do our Rotary Meeting. Our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To indivisible. Jim, I think, is giving us a two for today. He's going to give us the prayer.
Okay, a song.
And a song.
So please join in prayer or meditation as you choose. And as I say, bless this food to our use and us to thy service. And now performing Amazing Grace is Mark Clark. All right, everyone knows this one. I am a big fan of snow. It's beautiful to see it on the ground. We're going to sing America's Beautiful, and if you don't know the words, oh, beautiful orange face, the skies are blue and the green. On thee.
So if I forget any part of how to run a meeting, just shout out. Help me. We'll start off happy dollars, because $10 to get these. So let's start off with some happy dollars for anybody who might have one to give up today.
Jim is dying.
Give another happy dollar.
I would like to give $10 because Mark Zuckerberg just did something wonderful for the Eastern Shore Post. The story today is he's firing his fact checkers. And so social media, which we already have a fractured relationship with, is only going to get worse. And newspapers are only going to look better. So $10, 10 happy dollars goes into the pot for me.
I think the Post is gonna have a price now. Is the Post gonna have a price now?
Oh, yeah, you're funny.
Mark.
$10, 10 happy dollars. This coming Saturday is the 36th annual Epiphany Party. Many of you all have attended in the past. Hopefully you will this year. The proceeds, it started with helping someone pay their heating bills in Chris Bannon's living room down on Seagate, down to Seagate for bed and breakfast years ago, 36 years ago. And the recipient this year is the Rosenwald School. So we hope you'll come and spend lots of time.
Any other happy dollars? Bill.
I can't keep up with these guys. I'm only $5 happy. But the reason is huge. Libby is officially taking over the Salvation Army bell ringing. She did an extraordinary job this past. I mean, how much did you raise, Libby?
It was over 7,000.
Has that been reported? Did that?
And that was what, double what Payne is?
Yeah.
No, but we are in a contest and I'm waiting to hear about that with other Rotary clubs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win that.
We did submit it to the district. Yes. Yeah. Congratulations.
Bravo.
Okay, so Bill, that means you've got an opening in your schedule to oversee something else for the club?
Yes, I'll be helping Libby.
Any other happy dollars? John,
I think while you guys were all having holiday cheer and sleeping and so on, I turned 75 on December 20th. $75. Yeah, and all my family here, all my kids and grandkids, except one grandkid, he was preparing for a trip. He's at Virginia Tech, which is good for him. It's a good school to go to New Zealand. And now I have a child who's 16, one of them's here, he's in Peru. And the furthest I ever went when I was 21 years old was Cincinnati, which is about 50 miles away. So it's to celebrate my birthday, to have family being here and two kids traveling internationally when they're in their teens, which I think is great. Yeah.
so you're happy how many dollars?
75. You said.
Something like that.
80, I'll
25, come on now.
25, Chuck.
I'll jump on the birthday train too. Today's my 74th birthday.
I just feel like we need to sing you happy birthday.
Yeah.
I think so. Jim, I know you just shoved your sing again. Happy birthday.
Good job.
We're singing happy birthday to Chuck Huber. Would you lead us in that? With gusto.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chuck. My goodness. Any other happy dollars?
$5. I had a relatively uneventful ride up to Maine and back.
Oh, yeah.
No major snowstorms.
Didn't hit a moose or
I
anything.
didn't move. $50 for my friend who is going on a long trip to Manila.
Yes, that was one of my announcements coming. Maddie is gonna be away from the club for 7 months. 3 months, sorry, 3 months. While she travels overseas back to Manila. So we wish her well in her travels and we're gonna miss her. And we'll mark it down on your comments so that you can lead the song. When you come back. Any other happy dollars? I have a couple of quick announcements. Maddie. $5 from Maddie. Thank you very much. This has been we need to like take a break from each other for a while. This has been very profitable. This is great.
Profitable.
We've had a few changes occurring on our leadership level. We're gonna get into this in a little more detail over the next 2 weeks. But you're gonna start seeing some communication from Paul Strong, who's stepped in to help with our finances for the moment. Jonah's gonna take a step back and we're doing a little rearranging of things, but Paul is gonna come back in as our our finance secretary, treasurer, there's the word he is. And taking over some things. So if you get some communication from Paul, I know he sends a lot out. Please actually read it this time.
Oh, who?
I know. We did have some snafus occur in the fall cycle with billing, so Paul has been working to get all that cleaned up. I think we are now cleaned up on that. And so please check for that. And if you have not paid or you're uncertain, if you owed money for the fall,
Pay anyway.
please check with Paul, verify it and get payments into him as soon as you can. Additionally, he is just about finished out all the accounting on the craft cake sales. There were a couple of members who still haven't brought in your proceeds from the craft cake sales. If you're unclear, if you're one of those members, please see me or send an email to Paul to double check. I've got the list, so I'm gonna try and hit you up today before you leave. If you owe some money on the craft cake sales, because we would like to close that project out. If we can collect the remaining money, we will come in with a profit this year of $11,300.
Whoa.
A lot of good we can do in our community, so we want to make sure we get every cent so that we can keep doing good in the Cape Charles area. So, lastly, we're going to be working on our mentors for new members because we have not finished all the mentoring of new members into the club. We'd like to get that closed out and get you all current so that we can pick up the new member stickers for those of you and really start recruiting additional new members to this club. The big holdup is the fireside chat by the president. So Mark failed to do it the last time, so I've been following his. So I apologize. It's on me. I need to get that scheduled. Bill has been gracious in offering to actually lead the fireside chat. So we will get it scheduled in the month of January. So again, watch out for that email for those of you who are still new members. And I will get that out to everybody so we can get that scheduled, check that box done, and we can get you out of being a new member status. Okay? I don't think I had any other announcements, John.
Probably not the best time, but I just want to plant this seed. I knew we were going to make somewhere in the area of $10,000. You know, we do an awful lot of work for that. I'm going to suggest that we consider going to 60 next time. We don't lose anybody. We'll still sell 2,000 crab cakes and we'll make another $10,000 on top of what we do.
You're talking a price increase on the crab cakes.
$60, $10. Nobody, I've never, and if your customer complains, there's another one standing in line. We can sell them all. And I'm not asking anybody to, I'm just saying it makes the math easier. There's no change, there's no, let's screw up. And I've never heard anybody, and it's a fundraiser. You know, we're not selling crab cakes. Fundraiser is selling the crab cakes. Anyway.
I appreciate
think
that.
about that. So when I get that motion. It's an awful idea, you know, it's say, speak to Kate, and it's like, today's not the price at that time, but I thought about that, and if you just add $5, nobody's gonna care. We'll make $10,000 more.
Just be prepared. I think I'm gonna increase our quantity, to. We somehow keep pushing well before noon, so I gotta fix that. You guys get that way.
Oh, we don't show up.
You need to back off, not be a comment dog. You know? We can slow it down. Bill and I can slow it down. You know.
My goodness. Any other announcements for the club at large? With that said, we have a guest speaker today. Oh, our cards, our Queen of Hearts. For those who missed it, apparently Paul Strong won Queen of Hearts back in December.
Gave it back.
Yeah, gave it to Polio Plus.
Plus, so we are on a new deck of the Queen of Hearts. So we are fresh today, starting the new year. So let's see who's got the highest card. I got an ace of something. I can't see. Club. Anybody with a spade? Ace of diamonds, no?
Better, that's better. It makes a club.
No. Diamonds is better.
That's what I said. It beats a club.
Diamonds don't beat a club.
Yes, they do.
Anybody have the ace of hearts? Hearing none, Joan, I think you are our grand winner today.
That she is lucky.
$38 in the pool, and I won $10.
Okay, so Joan will get the pick out of our brand new spanking fresh deck supplied by Bill Payne. I don't need to.
Who's that?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, you owe us like $90.
I'm being quiet about it.
$5.
Yeah. While I'm shuffling the cards really quick. Found the exact number that we raised through the bell ringing. So go ahead, Libby.
$7,619.16.
Wow.
These are great cards. They all have holes in them.
I gave you from the casino.
Hey, Katie, I like the way you shuffle, boy. You must card shuffle.
I used to play really serious cards with my parents. Sorry. Okay, Joan, you're up now.
Look at it.
Take the one with the hole in it.
Got it. Now she got the Jack of Diamonds. So we get to start off the new year still in business. Excellent. Now, Karen, you are up to be our speaker. Do you want to do a little introduction?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for
So Karen is here to speak to us about the Rosenwald School. Susie, I keep calling you Karen.
Get all the rest of it.
It'll stick in my head. I told you, I'm rusty. So C is here to speak to us about the Rosenwald School, so we welcome her. Come on up. Meet the club. They probably will have some questions, and we'll ask along the way also.
All right, well, thank you. Nice to be here. I see a lot of neighbors and I didn't realize we're a gambling group. Get the word out. Actually, there's a little bit of a caveat there. We're not actually talking about the Rosenwald School, though that is part of what I'm here to talk about. So, my name is Susan Gray. I live in Bay Creek, lived here for 3 years. Built my dream home in the Hollies about a year and a half ago. Sorry, I'm cold. I'm always cold. That's why the stance like this. And Libby was gracious enough to invite me today. Thank you for your time. Can you hear me back there, Rick? So I'm here today primarily to tell you about an upcoming event that will be held at Bay Creek on Sunday, February 23rd. And sadly, I don't at this moment in time have any flyers yet to give to you, but those will be forthcoming soon. And I'll go ahead if you're interested, and I'll give the information to Libby, and she can either give them out to you or let you know about that in hard paper. But I'll read to you what it is that the function of the event is. So I am here really just on behalf of to speak for Robert Woodson of the Woodson Center. And the Woodson Center on the 23rd of February at 1:30, from 1:30 to 3:30 at the Coach House, will be conducting a seminar and discussion panel, and it's being monitored by Bob Woodson. So let me just read to you exactly what's going to happen, and then I'll fill in a little backstory with some information and how this ties to Rosenwald School, so you can understand that. The event description is: we invite you to a seminar and book reception hosted by Bob Woodson, a Bay Creek resident, leader of the Woodson Center, frequent guest on Fox News, and contributor to the Wall Street Journal. The event is titled A Pathway to American Renewal, Moving Beyond Race, and it will take place, as I said, on February 23rd from 1:30 to 3:30 in the Chesapeake Room at Bay Creek. And you all know you have to come through the front gate, but of course, we'll let the gatehouse know, and you can come in as a guest, and you'll just let them know that you're coming to the event at the Chesapeake Room. Bob Woodson will moderate a panel discussion on his new book, A Pathway to American Renewal, Red, White, and Black, Volume 2. I've read Volume 1. It is an amazing book. That's as an aside. This discussion will feature Stephanie Deutsch. I'll tell you about her. She is an author and historian. Will Crossley, president of the Piney Woods School in Mississippi, and Tevye Griffin, chairman of Rosenwald School Committee. So those four will be there. There will be books, and we are hoping to give away books, and also it is a book signing opportunity in addition to the discussion. The panel will examine the significance of the Rosenwald schools and other historical institutions highlighted in the book, emphasizing the vital role they played in advancing freedom for all Americans during the era of segregation. The discussion will explore the core values that define their success: self-determination, perseverance in the face of adversity, and how these principles offer valuable lessons for addressing today's challenges and charting a path forward to rebuild and strengthen our nation. So that is the overall premise of the discussion and the panel. So I want to tell you a little bit about Stephanie Deutsch. I've started reading her book, I haven't finished it, but I am chagrined to confess that I have driven past that beautiful building 100 times in the past 3 years and knew nothing about it other than it was an old schoolhouse. The black schoolhouse was my understanding. It's the only thing I'd ever heard of. Didn't know anything about the Rosenwald School, had never heard of a Rosenwald School. And Bob and I were having a discussion one day, and that was what preempted this whole thing that we're trying to do. Stephanie Deutsch, if you don't know, has written this book. It's called You Need a Schoolhouse. And it is the story of Booker T. Washington Jr. and the collaboration between Booker T. Washington Jr. and Julius Rosenwald, who was the president of Sears back in the day. And they came together and built 5,000 Rosenwald schools named after Julius Rosenwald. Stephanie Deutsch is married to Julius Rosenwald's great grandson. So she's the what is she? She's the great granddaughter-in-law, right? Am I right? Yes, great granddaughter-in-law of Julius Rosenwald. Like I said, I haven't finished the book, just got my own my own copy, and of course I'll have her sign it. But it's a very well written, it's a fascinating story. And as I said, I had no clue about what the story of the Rosenwald School is. Now I know. So it's so terrific to see the school coming together and everything that's being done for that. So Bob, this is, I just got a couple of Bob's books. And I think, but I'm not 100% sure, and I should know this, and I'm very sorry, forgive me. I'm not sure if he'll have this book there to be signed, but his red, white, and black book is my version. I got it off eBay. They sent it without a jacket cover, but he's just written a second volume to that. And it's a compilation of essays by phenomenal people around the country, some of whom I also have a connection with by sheer coincidence. So Bob and I come to understand that we have this big connection of people that we've known in our past from all sorts of crazy things that have nothing to do with anything that what I'm talking about today. So we've become kind of quick friends. So I'm just his mouthpiece here locally because he doesn't live full time in Bay Creek. He lives in very busy man, and he lives in Silver Spring as his primary residence. So he also is writing another book called, and that's soon to come out, called Born a Slave, Died a Millionaire, which will be another compilation of stories of people who have done that. So that I'm looking forward to that one as well. So I'm just here to invite you to the event. Very excited that Stephanie Deutsch will be there, and Mr. Crossley and Bob, of course. And we hope to give away, we will have 100 books to give away. And we are just suggesting that if there was in some way, shape, or form that the Rotary Club would consider being some part of a sponsorship for some of the books, that we would be happy to take you as a sponsor or a co-sponsor. And if you have no interest in that, then we invite you to come anyway. The final amount they gave me was 100 books, and I think they've gotten discounts from the publishers. So the total bill is $1,500 for the book. So I just put that out there. If you're willing to consider that, that's fine. That's not the premise of my being here today. My sole mission really is to let you know that it will be happening. And it's just, I think it's very, very exciting. There's so much going on with the Rosenwald School lately. When you introduce yourself to me, Dora, excuse me. I think it's great. Does anybody have any questions for she who knows little? Admit so.
See, does the Rosenwald School Board know about this? I know you said one of the guest speakers is on the panel is heavy.
Yes.
So.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And it's my understanding that they are also, Dory, correct me if I'm wrong, but Bob told me that they're also having a function at the Palace Theater at 4:30 on that date. Now, don't hold me to that. That could be, I could be wrong, but I do remember. Yes.
There's a program at the Palace Theater, but it's not sponsored by the Rosenwald School Board.
Okay.
We're going to support it. But-
Oh, okay. So it has, got it. So I think that's probably why Bob picked that date, to be just wrapping it around so much going on in town revolving around the Rosenwald. And I think that's pretty much all I know.
Well,
Yes.
thank you very much. Sorry, I got your name wrong.
I have to.
Okay, she got mine.
It's all right. I've been called worse. That's me. I'm aging with this group too. Me too. I'm sorry, did you have a question or no?
No, I'm good. I'm good, Z. Thank you so much.
Except,
Have
thank you very
your
much.
cup?
It's over there. I'm coming that way.
Go with.
Okay. How about today? relaxed. I don't know about the rest of you. But see, we do have a small gift for you coming today.
You too. Besides lunch, oh, thank you for lunch. I got it to go.
But we celebrated 100 years as the Rotary Club here in Cape Charles, so
Lovely.
it's never to cup to that.
Thanks, cheers.
Thank you. If there is nothing else for our club today, I'm gonna have us stand and say the things that we think, say, and do in Rotarians. Number one.
It's a different. It's fair to all concerned.
And four,
Will it be beneficial?
and Stanley.
Will we have fun?
Yeah. Everybody.